Okay, this is an explanation of how I made the materials. So I took Eric's, zoom in on this. This is basically Eric's material. It's from Megascans, and it lets you adjust all these features, including the tiling, which makes the size larger and smaller. So I took that material and made a material function, which is going to be basically what he has, and that feeds into set material attributes, which is going to go into his output. I don't really understand stuff, so it doesn't really matter if you do either. Here's a regular material that was a material function. It lets you add all kinds of inputs and outputs just like any code function. A regular material grabs that function, goes into our output, which would normally look like, if I can find it. Oh, there. So this is what a regular material looks like, but we're using material attributes, so I plug those in. And you can see where it had all the roughness and metallic and stuff. That came into the function where we've got base color, roughness, metallic, and everything. So we're setting those up just like that his did going into the regular material. But you can see that I repeat it several times, and each one of these is showing the material at a different distance. And then we are blending between those tilings with this math here, which says at a certain distance, start to switch between the two of them over a certain duration. So don't do anything until you get a certain amount of distance away, so it's not constantly blending. And then blend at a certain rate. So the more I divide it by, the slower it'll blend between them. And the video, I can provide the videos that go into the math in better detail. And then as far as the controls, we have the tiling here, and then this landscape coordinates, which I think is probably pretty interchangeable with his texture coordinates, but it basically sets the scale. So this is at a scale of 80, which is real far away, or real large. And then this medium range one was at 15, just for reference, and the close one was at 5. And so I mentioned a super close one in the other video. I could do it at like 1 or 2. And if we went really far away for some cinematic, instead of 80, we could even go, as large as we want. And then I blended between the medium and the close one, and I just blended between that and the far one. And then you could just keep chaining those together. And it would just only consider this until it reaches that point, and then it will consider these two, and then it will consider the next ones. And then making an instance lets you adjust it while you, like in real time. So even while you're playing, you can go in here and tweak the tiling and stuff. So I had this open. I don't want to mess with it now, but I would just raise and lower the tiling as I come in and out to tweak it from every distance that I want in or out of the game. And the color image I shared from earlier, instead of getting the real color, I plugged in this little color node into the base color, and that's where you get, at a certain distance, it's just solid blue. And it still went over the, it looked like it was a blue version of Eros because it still has all this other data besides just the color. And that is it. So I mentioned as I was zooming in and out that tiling was kind of funky at a certain height. I should go in and change it, but we have so much to do still. Like at about this height, I would just come into my instance, not the instance, sorry. It was my medium blend that was a little funky. So I would come in here, and maybe instead of 15, this should be 17. Or maybe down here in this math, I should start blending sooner. Whichever combination of it is kind of just an artistic thing at that point. But you would just kind of set the camera here and update the function, which is a lot slower than the instance you have to apply it. Save it takes several seconds each time compared to instantaneous results with this. So I should probably add a parameter for these things here, if I'm smart. And then I didn't find a cool way. Maybe you would add an intermediate math node here to where you could plug in this 15 and multiply it by 1, 1.1, whatever, so you can tile this scaling thing too. And then that could all be thrown into the instance, all be done in real time to fix up this thing. If we have some luxury time, we'll do that.